With the Tournament of Power now over and a new enemy on the horizon, are we prepping ourselves in seeing the return of Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution in the upcoming Dragon Ball Super 2018 movie? Would it make sense for Ultra Instinct and Blue Evolution to even return? On today's video, we will be discussing the concept of bringing back Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution against this unknown enemy, and whether or not it would be suitable for Goku and Vegeta to be at their max when facing off against this unknown warrior. So strap on in and hold on to your Dragon Balls, because we are going to be diving into the upcoming Dragon Ball Super 2018 movie next. If you are new to this channel and enjoy what you see, then don't forget to punch that subscribe button and turn on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to receive new and daily content on your mobile devices, desktops, and services that I provide, along with following me on these social media platforms to stay connected with me at all times. Thank you so much for your continued support. Now let's begin. With the upcoming Dragon Ball Super 2018 movie, many people within the fandom are curious on whether or not we are going to see the return of Ultra Instinct and or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution in the film. And joining me here today to discuss the concept of Goku and Vegeta reattaining their newest forms in the upcoming Dragon Ball movie is my good friend IVoltGaming. As IVolt, I wanted to ask you a personal question in getting your thoughts on Goku and Vegeta using their previous forms as seen in the Tournament of Power in this upcoming film. Now, many people are going to say yes, many people are going to say no. I don't think personally that we are going to see Ultra Instinct or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution in this film. Between the two, I definitely feel like Vegeta's form is more suitable in action and to be showcased than Goku's, because for Goku to use Ultra Instinct, as we've seen before, he's going to have to get put down and beat down so bad, similar to what Jiren did, similar to what Kefla did, and causing Goku to go in this state of unconsciousness to where his body's physically broken down, beat down, for him to even gain Ultra Instinct. And then only from there, we can imagine that Goku would be exponentially more powerful than the person he's going to face off against. So my question to you is, do you believe that Goku and Vegeta are going to reobtain their newest forms that we saw in Dragon Ball Super's Tournament of Power in this upcoming Dragon Ball Super movie? Or do you think that we're going to dive into a different kind of concept for both characters, in them achieving a brand new power and discovering something beyond Super Saiyan Blue, but not necessarily beyond Ultra Instinct? And what are your overall thoughts on them bringing that concept back from the Tournament of Power in this upcoming Dragon Ball Super movie?
About their transformations being in the movie, I mean, of course, like, first of all, you got to look at the whole marketing stuff. They want to sell, they want to make as much money off of this as possible, because, like, my viewpoint on this movie is it's pretty much, first of all, a way for them to introduce their new animation style and see if we like it or not. And then, like, the second thing is they want to introduce the backstory of all the Saiyans, flesh that out. And again, that's more marketing, because, like, if we see a new badass Saiyan, we'll go, oh man, we should buy that. And then they're going to tie that in probably with the video games like Xenoverse 2 and Fighters. I can definitely see that happening. For their transformations, I don't know if the Saiyan that they'll be introducing is Yomoshi, because, like, he's supposed to be the original Super Saiyan or slash Super Saiyan God, right? Right. So part of me feels like it makes no sense if he's on the same level as like Ultra Instinct Goku, because, like, how would they even introduce him back? Like, would he get revived? Would they take, like, notes from, like, how Bardock was in that special where he time traveled? Would he have been, like, before he got wiped out by
they would need to
Saiyans?
upscale him tremendously for him to even be equal to Goku and Vegeta at this point.
Exactly. And even if that happens, like, how would they do that? That's the thing. Because if they do that, then I can see Goku go on Ultra Instinct, because the only way for him to access that, I mean, he still has that form, he has the ability, but it's way harder for him to access it, because, like, you know how in Super, whenever he got pushed back, it was harder and harder for him, like, because, you know, he had to break his instincts again and again and again, break his limits on instincts. And for Vegeta, he definitely has that form. I don't see why he would lose that Super Saiyan Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan evolution.
Yeah. It's a very wonky concept, but the reason for that is because again, with what you said with Yamoshi, we don't really have a confirmation whether or not Yamoshi's going to be in the film. If he ends up being in the film, it'll be a really cool thing, because this predates back to the original Super Saiyan God, and I feel like that would be a really cool thing to see, the original Super Saiyan God having to throw down with Goku. But then also you have to ask yourself as to, if it's not Yamoshi, then who is he? This is obviously an ancient Saiyan, and it looks like he's wearing Planet Sadala-like armor, or even armor that predates the original Saiyan armor that we saw on Planet Vegeta. And even if this person has been around for such a long time, we also have to consider how strong he is and where he has been this entire time. And for all we know, this person could be either from Universe 7 or of course Universe 6, because Universe 6 does house Saiyans. And maybe this is a universally traveled Saiyan that just so happens to come to Earth and battle Goku. But my question is, would you see Super Saiyan Blue Evolution and Ultra Instinct being marketed in this film? And I agree with you, because looking at it to where Goku having to fight this person using Ultra Instinct would be overkill, because we all know that Goku would reach such a state in divinity to where he couldn't be touched. The only other person that was, you know, able to touch Goku during that, you know, state of power was Jiren. And I don't think that this person is anywhere near Jiren's powers. But do you think that it would make sense for Goku to get beaten down subconsciously to where he achieves that power? Or do you think that more or less we're going to see something else be introduced, potentially a new form or a new power that this Saiyan might have that could potentially push Vegeta and Goku to their breaking points as Super Saiyan Blues? What are your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts are, first of all, the only way I see Goku using Ultra Instinct, if he has to, I feel like this Saiyan, whoever he may be, he'll be able to beat Goku down in every single state, right? Like Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and all that. And then by the time we see Ultra Instinct Goku, I think he will end up mastering it in this movie.
Do you see that happening though? Do you see this person besting Goku in all those forms?
I mean, if he can't, then what would be the, how do I put it? Like, what would be the point of that Saiyan being there, you know, like being introduced, right, if he is bad, you know? But you know, like in the trailer itself, it said a long-awaited foe or some long-awaited battle is awaiting. Like, what were we waiting for that's like long-awaited? Like, the only thing I can think of is Beerus. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Like, in terms of an opponent here, you know, the Saiyan or whatever, it might get revealed that it was Beerus that ordered to destroy the planet. So
see, that would be most interesting, but I feel like they're going to focus more or less, like you said before, on the Saiyan's powers, and I feel like this person, whoever he is definitely going to tie into the origin of the Saiyan powers, because they alluded to that in December, and I feel like it's most interesting to see that, because I definitely want to see this person achieve a level of power that can rival Goku and Vegeta, but not so much so like Jiren. And the reason why I feel like Jiren should be the only one right now, to our knowledge, that should push Goku and Vegeta into that breaking point is because he was built up that way. We have a movie with little to no build up on this character, so this character coming in and having to best up Super Saiyan Blue Evolution and Ultra Instinct, to me, would be overkill, because then you'd have to scale this person to such a plateau to where he could be equivalent, if not, you know, above someone like Jiren, just for him to best up Goku and Vegeta, you know, as we saw Jiren do it. And I don't think they're going to do that. I think that more or less what we might end up seeing here is an all-out battle between Goku and Vegeta using Super Saiyan Blues against whatever potentially this person may have in terms of being equal to Super Saiyan Blue. But my question to you also is, do you see this person being equal to Super Saiyan Blue in some way, shape, or form? Because if it's Yamoshi, then it doesn't make any sense, because all we know that from Yamoshi is the fact that he disappeared. We don't know what happened to him. He could have been dead, he could have been alive this entire time, but even if he was alive and or being dead for that matter and coming back, all we really know to Yamoshi's knowledge is the fact that he had Super Saiyan God and nothing more. So would you deem it to where it would be acceptable to see Super Saiyan God versus Super Saiyan God? Because let's be honest, if Yamoshi was in the film, hypothetically speaking, and he fought against, you know, a Super Saiyan God Goku, that would be awesome. But if we have Super Saiyan God Yamoshi fight a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, it would logically make sense the most to have Goku best up Yamoshi in that fight, because Yamoshi wouldn't be able to go anything beyond Super Saiyan God. So what are your thoughts on this on this individual, for all that matter, pushing Goku and Vegeta and using Super Saiyan Blue? Or do you think that this person might regress in using a form weaker than that and having ourselves a more smaller fight in terms of stature, rather than just going beyond Super Saiyan Blue?
See, one of the things they described for this movie is that it's going to be very action oriented, like because of that new animation style. So I feel like there's gonna be a lot of fighting involved, And if this person is emotional, like we said, we don't know. We have no idea who the Saiyan is. It's hinted that because it's talking about the origins of Saiyans power, but with Emoshi, I have a feeling if he can challenge Goku and Vegeta in their Super Saiyan Blue forms, he either would have had to have been alive and hibernating and collecting all his power for a long time.
That's scary.
Or he might have somebody might have wished for him to come back. I don't know. It might have been Goku, you know. He might have wanted to search for the Saiyan. There's I have no idea.
That would be interesting. Okay, wait, but why would Goku want to do that? Why do you think Goku would want to wish back the original Saiyan God? I mean, is it because of the challenge aspect?
Because back in Battle of Gods, I guess they talked about the Saiyan legend and all that. Like Shenron kind of talked about it a little bit. So Goku might there might be a conversation brought up about you know, that whole prophecy that Beerus was talking about, like he's gonna fight a Super Saiyan God, like a very strong opponent, but it happened, but it feels like it didn't at the same time. You know what I mean? Like it happened, but I feel like maybe that wasn't a true prophecy yet to happen. It might be Emoshi that he was seeing or something along those lines. You know, I don't know, it's kind of iffy if you know what I mean.
For me personally, I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I don't think that this is going to be the last of Ultra Instinct. I think that we will see Ultra Instinct again. I do have several videos talking about this in the coming weeks, but I do think that Ultra Instinct will return. I just don't think Mastered Ultra Instinct is going to return in this film, because considering the fact that Goku had only used it once, it'll be a real letdown for us to only see it during, you know, its time in the Tournament of Power, which is why I believe that the form could be saved off for another time. Do I think that this person, whoever he may end up being, Yamoshi or an Ancient Saiyan, do I see him pushing Goku and Vegeta beyond Super Saiyan Blue? Yes, only if they decide to beef him up to the point where you know that Super Saiyan Blue isn't necessary, or at least isn't enough to take someone like this on. Considering that this person may have Super Saiyan Blue on their own, or maybe something else that could be equal to that. But in terms of, let's talk about Ultra Instinct Omen, the imperfected variation. Do you see that at least being in the film? Because what you brought up was the fact that they could easily add that in for aesthetic purposes and seeing how that would fit with the new animation. So would you see Ultra Instinct Omen at least being a thing before, you know, we decide to go into another series? Or do you think that we're only going to see Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, and nothing more beyond that?
Okay, so basically I'm just going to go off of what we saw in the trailer. That trailer that we saw, I don't think that was anything to do with the actual footage. I think that was just made to be specifically like a teaser. But if it's anything to go off of in terms of us seeing that unknown Saiyan have that weird aura that was green, and his eyes also, it had that pupil.
Yeah.
And it was yellow, so he might have his own version of imperfected Ultra Instinct, and it would be awesome if they both fought in imperfected forms, and then they ended up mastering it normally just through fighting each other. You know what I mean? They'd both end up mastering that at the same time, and then the true battle actually ensues for the winner. Although the details leading up to that, I wouldn't have any idea to speak of. But it's just really hard to talk about just because of the lack of information that we have at the moment, honestly. But the Goku Ultra Instinct, that definitely has to come back in whatever form, perfected. There's just no way it wouldn't. It just wouldn't make any sense because it was so hyped up. We all love it. I mean, I assume we all love it. It was definitely amazing, and it gives you goosebumps every time we see it, because it always happens at the randomest times. Although, you know, whenever Goku's about to
I really feel like they ought to, in some way, shape, or form, bring these forms back. In one aspect, I don't want to see this person push Goku to using Ultra Instinct, because I think it's too soon. I think that for that to happen, this person he has to be higher than Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and beating Goku down just like Jiren did for him to do that, because we know that Ultra Instinct is something that, you know, a user can obtain subconsciously after getting beat down severely, as we saw with Kefla and Jiren twice, and it only makes sense for that to happen. So I don't think, in my opinion, we're going to see UI in this movie. Would I like to see it as a fan? Yes, but that would only mean that this person needs to be upscaled to the point where he has to be as strong as Jiren, stronger than Jiren, because the only other person that we saw beat down Goku and Vegeta that badly was Jiren. And, you know, in terms of that aspect, in terms of Super Saiyan Blue evolution, that's a bit different, because I'm guessing that me and you can agree that Vegeta can access that form whenever he wants. And my question to you is, would you at least seeing Super Saiyan Blue evolution be its own thing? or do you think that we're only going to stay within the realm of Super Saiyan Blue and not go any further than that?
See, I see Super Saiyan Blue Evolution being used alongside Kaioken times 20 Goku. I feel like whenever we see, if we see Super Saiyan Blue Evolution, I feel like that would just be Vegeta's answer to Goku's Kaioken times 20, because I feel like they're both at the same level. Because like we saw them fight against Jiren in that state, like, you know, Goku and Kaioken, I assume times 20, and then Goku was using Vegeta was using Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. So I feel like if we do see it, it's going to be because Goku steps it up as well. Like, you know how it is with Goku and Vegeta, they're both always got to be equals in terms of everything. Otherwise Vegeta's going to be like, oh hell no. So definitely I would like to see it, you know, in the actual movie itself. Again, it wouldn't make any sense to not see it because, you know, it's an established form, I suppose. And
it was actually foreshadowed at the end of Super when Vegeta told Goku a Saiyan has no limits. They can continuously get stronger, and he even told Goku, I'm gonna find a way to surpass you again. In this film, however, just mentioning this villain or this opposition that they're gonna fight, in the end, you know, coming from you as a fan, how strong do you think he's going to be? Do you think he's going to be God level, Blue level? Do you think he might be a bit weaker than that? Because what I find most interesting is how Toei revealed that they're going to include the most amount of Saiyans ever in this film back in December, which I find to be so interesting because, yes, it's going to be Goku, and you already know that Vegeta is going to be in the film, but it's not just going to be them. We're going to see other people involved too, potentially Gohan and Goten and Trunks, and then maybe the Universe 6 Saiyans. So my two-part question is, do you see any other Saiyan involved besides Goku and Vegeta? If so, who? And what are your overall thoughts for the second part of the question of this person being equal to Super Saiyan God, stronger than Super Saiyan Blue? Where would you see him in terms of, you know, being equal to like a certain level, and where would you want him to be as a fan going into this film? Okay, so the Saiyans that we'll probably most likely see, it obviously probably will involve the Universe 6 Saiyans like Kale, Caulifla, Kaba, I hope so, to be honest.
And, you know, I want to see them back. I actually have no problems with them. I like them. They're very entertaining, and it's nice to see like an actual female like Saiyan on screen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's a breath of fresh air, I suppose. And for the power level, I feel like if they want to give us any, and I mean any suspense, or like, you know, I guess like to incite those emotions and reactions from us that, you know, a good movie would give us, I feel like he'd have to be up there in terms of power, like somewhere relative to Jiren, because like, how else would you
That's crazy.
make
That's pushing it, don't you think?
Yeah, but like that's what Dragon Ball always has been, man.
Right.
They're always pushing their limits, breaking through them, going up and up and up. And I mean, I don't see them going downwards, you know what I mean? Like,
well, they kind of did that with Battle of Gods. You had Beerus and then you had Frieza after, and Frieza's significantly weaker. So, but they did introduce like different concepts to that, you know?
I mean, yeah, but like, I guess at that time we didn't really know how strong Beerus was.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then Frieza was actually pretty strong at that time, you know, compared to how Goku and Vegeta were back then. But they're obviously way stronger now than it is. But again, you know, Goku and Vegeta have all these forms. Like we said, Vegeta has Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Goku can access Ultra Instinct. So, I mean, like I keep saying, you know, if they want to invoke those emotions like of suspense and all that, they've got to give us a powerful opponent, because I don't see it happening any other way, you know what I mean? Like, that's just the trope of Dragon Ball. That's just how it is. There's always a strong enemy to defeat, whether it be that Saiyan, whether it be Beerus or Frieza and his army or something. Who knows, that might be a twist, you know. Frieza might either show up with his army to fight off an army of Saiyans. Like, can you imagine that?
Oh my goodness, imagine that, Frieza's army versus the Saiyan army. But I mean, but then what kind of like would we be going into like the Universe 6 Saiyans? Like, how would that even go about?
It depends. Like, if they're saying there's going to be like some sort of like huge amount of Saiyans showing up, I doubt it would just be from Universe 6. It might, like, if they're going to have an ancient Saiyan show up, it would make more sense if he shows up and then like an army of different Saiyans, you know what I mean? Like ancient Saiyans. But that's just like really pushing in, like, it's really hypothetical and there's like no evidence for it. But like, it'd be pretty cool to see Frieza show up and be like, hey, I'm paying you back for, you know, getting me revived. Even though it wasn't them, it was Whis. But Whis is technically a part of their crew, so it'd be cool to see him show up at a pivotal moment with his army and be like, attack, boys. You know what I mean?
I definitely think that this will not be the last time we get to see Ultra Instinct Goku or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. Is it going to appear in this film? I'm not entirely too sure. I don't think so. I really do hope that we don't see Ultra Instinct, because I think UI Goku would be exponentially too much for this person to handle, considering the usage of Ultra Instinct and how well Goku can adapt in that form. I think that it wouldn't make any sense for this person to fight UI Goku, unless of course they want to scale this person above Jiren, or at least Jiren-like level, which I really don't think they're gonna do that. That would be the only, you know, logical way for them to do that. Of course, if Goku just doesn't go into UI by himself, which would also be something that you have to consider of being stupid, for Goku just to tap into UI by himself. I think that for that to happen, this person needs to be exponentially more powerful than Jiren, or at least on the same level for him to push Goku into using UI, which I don't think we're gonna see Ultra Instinct in this film. However, for Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, that might be different, because that's more suitable. It's Vegeta's full power, and would I like to see Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta appear one more time? Hell yeah. Especially with the new animation and the art style, it would be really cool to see at the end of the day. But in the end, let us know what you all think down in the comment section below. Do you guys think that we are going to see the return of Ultra Instinct and Super Saiyan Blue Evolution in this upcoming film? Would you guys like to see Ultra Instinct or Super Saiyan Blue Evolution in this upcoming movie? Let us know your thoughts down below, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys are new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. Turn on all notifications, most importantly. That way you guys can get all of my content on your mobile devices and desktops, and to stay connected with me at all times and receiving all of my videos. So make sure you guys click that bell icon and enable all notifications. Thank you all so much for watching. Once again, if you guys are new, then don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Also, guys, check out IVoltGaming's channel. I will leave a link to his channel down in the description box below, so make sure you guys check his channel out. He does lots of Dragon Ball FighterZ content, lots of Dragon Ball Xenoverse content, so make sure you guys go over there and check his channel out. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much, IVolt, for joining me, and we'll be seeing you all in the next Dragon Ball video. Take it easy, guys. Cue my outro, bitch.